Okay, so welcome back kind of to the credit grind. It's going to be slightly different. Now, it's been a few months since I've actually made any type of video sort of besides the map guides. And yes, the map guides are still going to happen. It's just, this is going to be a bit more kind of normal. We're just going to play some games in premium tanks. Now, the idea is that we're not going to spend any gold, i.e. no premium rounds. And only, AP, HE if we want to, although I wouldn't really recommend HE unless it's over 60, so like, we could bring a few HE rounds just for if it happens. Again, I see a lot of people bringing in HE when the penetration just isn't enough. There's very few tanks in the game that you would meet that are 45mm thick. Sure, there are tanks, but it's not really worth it, especially if your tank has a limited amount of ammo to really do that. I mean, the Progetto you can bring some if you want, but I just don't. STRV, same kind of thing, 53, especially if you're going to be sitting at the back of the map. There's not really any point of doing that. But yeah, so we're just going to be going around, and yeah, it's a bit more like personal sort of thing, just getting into random games and just seeing how it happens. These aren't going to be like hand-picked types of games. It's literally going to be just live as we're playing it. If you do want to see more live content by me, then you can go to my Twitch. Link will be in the comments and in the description. If you feel like going over there, give me a follow, then I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm just going to be talking through basically everything that goes on during, like, in my head with how I'm thinking, what I'm doing, why I'm going to a certain place. I'm by no means the best player in the world, but if you're completely new to the game, then maybe this can help. So yeah, straight away, we've got good old Stajanki, and we're in a heavy tank. Now, there's two places. You can go over here, or you can go over here. Now, since we're not top tier, I don't really feel very good with going over here, just because it turns into a bit of a... You can't really do much once you get here, and if you're not top tier, then you can't really push. This tank does actually have good gun depression, but it's not like amazing. So even if I went down into the dip and then tried to shoot across, I would still get shot from people over here. So you can't really push. Having looked at it, I'm kind of glad that I did go here, because it looks like it's just me and a defender that is going to basically control this place. And hopefully we can get a shot on this Persian. Nope. Another thing to take into consideration, as soon as you're spotted, go back into cover. There's no point kind of sitting there. This Sixth Sense icon, I have a mod that puts it up for 10 seconds. So that's why it goes on for a long time. This 257 actually has a weak point on top of his tank that you can shoot there. Again, this is no gold ammo, it's just normal AP. On top of that, 257 is... He actually went through the cupola. Wow, nice shot. But on top of the tank is about, I think it's like 20mm thick or something. You can pen it pretty reliably. Notice there that he's fired heat, so I don't really want to keep peeking him if I don't have to. So we're going to back off straight away as soon as you take that shot. I know that he's still reloading, so it's not really too bad. But yeah. I don't really want to peek until he fires again. Hopefully you shoot at this defender in a second. Once I see that he's fired, then I'll actually side scrape back out. I know that he's just fired there. This tank does actually have pretty good view range, so it's not really too bad to try and spot. Again, we hit his weak spot on top of the tank. That's a massive weak spot. Most of the Russian heavies down that kind of line do have it. The IS-7 doesn't, just because it's a completely different turret. But IS-3A, Defender doesn't have it. But tanks like that, like the IS-3, the IS-3A, and the 257, they all have that weak spot where you can actually pen on top of the tank. Kind of from any angle as well, because it overmatches. If you don't know what the overmatch mechanic is, it's where if your gun caliber is high enough, then no matter what angle, it will go through it. kind of unfortunate there that we didn't actually spot the 257, because then we would have got some more assistance damage on him. We got some assistance on the KV3, so that's fine. I'm a bit worried about the 53 TP. And I could actually push up here, but I don't really... I don't really want to. Just because I don't know what's at the back here. Now, nothing has shot me yet, and there's only a Challenger and an STRV. And they were... well, they haven't been spotted yet, so we don't actually know where they are. But considering the fact that I haven't been hit at all by them, means that they're probably not over there. Now, those two shots came directly from over there. It wasn't anyone over at the back. As you can see, the 53 TP actually killed him, and the EBR shot him beforehand. Now, what's probably going to happen is these lot are going to get ready to... nice shot into there. Are actually going to get ready to try and face off to anyone that's trying to push across. So you're going to have the Batchat, the Persian, they're all taking up defensive positions right now to try and shoot across. And these people are going to spot the city. So that's going to be quite useful for us. If we can get rid of this 257, then I can push up a little bit. Although we do need to be careful of this. If they do aggressively push down here, though, the SP1C is going to spot them like that. And as you can see, the EBI is trying to go down. That was unfortunate. That dipped low, but I think it wasn't enough lead anyway. Maybe it was, but it could have been a bit better aimed. That one was better. And that gets taken out. Now the 53 TP has made a massive mistake. He's trying to push. The 257 is probably actually going to be pushing as well. So I'm going to try and see if I can get him quickly. We miss, but you know, I'm actually going to load HE for him. He's on low health. That means that I don't even have to hit him now. Or pen him, sorry. So now he's going to make the mistake of going out. Oh, wow. Bit of bad RNG, but we're fine. I'm going to accept and take a shot from him. Just so that I can get that killing shot in. Make sure we turn our armor to the 53 TP. If he's going to try and push me up here, he's going to die. Now we can actually push this. Now the STRV, I'm guessing, is going to be over either here or at the back of the map. Challenger is actually at the back. Okay, that's useful information for us. What I don't want to happen now is to get caught out. We know that we're safe from this side, so we don't really have to worry about that too much. What we can do, if he's actually trying to push that over that side, you see how he was going that way? We might be able to get a shot off through this little gap here. Okay, I tell you what, the Challenger might pen us, but at the same time, he's gonna have to get a little bit lucky. We actually proxy spotted the Persian there, but he also proxy spotted us, obviously. I'm trying to blind fire this Challenger. This is why it's useful to have the reticle where it's actually got the line there. Challenger's now fire an APCR. Okay, bit of a mess up here by me. I'm just going to try and wiggle my turret a little bit. He got spotted, so he now knows that he shouldn't really be peeking. He missed again. I'm a bit worried about the artillery. And this Batchat's going to finish me off now. Yep. Okay. So, what did we do wrong there? Well, we tried to push when we didn't really have enough support. Now, I made the misplay of thinking the Challenger was somewhere else. And I didn't realise that his APCR rounds had that much pen. I would have felt pretty confident if he was just firing AP. Because as you could see, he wasn't really penning us at all. With AP until we switched to APCR, then he started penning us. But we didn't really have anyone to try and spot here. If our SP1C had actually moved all the way up to here and proxy spotted him, then that would have been okay. Never go into this position, especially if there's TDs over here. That was my main mistake. There's no point of going here if there's TDs over here, because you're just going to get farmed. So, you know, I was just sitting here with a massive shoot me target over me. We did get some good spotting on the Pershing and other stuff that was over here. The Bat Chat then just decided, yeah, we'll just go here. We lost the city completely, just mainly because all that's going to happen is Pershing and everyone else is going to be shooting across straight from that position there. And you're going to get everyone that's along here to shoot across into there as well. So it's pretty hard to push out the city if you're getting constantly spotted and shot from 1 angle, 2 angles, 3 angles. All of these angles are being shot out into the city. So that's why it didn't go so well. I mean, I played I played okay at the start, but then at the end, I didn't play so well. But yeah, let's move into the next game now. It's GG. It doesn't really matter. Let's move on. Okay, so the STRV. It's an interesting tank because it doesn't actually gain any more DPM when you go into siege mode. I don't think the UDES does. So it's kind of similar in that respect. But you do get better dispersion when you're in the siege mode. Obviously, the siege mode being you press the button. I think it's X by default. I have it bound to mouse button. I think it's like mouse 5 or something. It's on the side of my mouse. And then you can traverse your tank without really any issues. But you do sacrifice a lot of mobility. So right at the start of the map, we're going to go into here and just try and shoot anyone that's in the middle. The good thing about the Swedish TDs is that when you actually are in siege mode, your binos stay active for whenever you're moving the turret. Now that Scorpion G, he should actually be able to shoot over me because he's taller, but hopefully he can. Yeah, he can. Good. I don't really want to block him. But the good thing about this is, as you can see, we usually binos, when you move the tracks at all, it will turn off. But as you can see here, tracks aren't turning off. That was a nice blind shot by the RT, actually. Hopefully, because he saw the splash, he thinks that there's no one here. Okay. Another blind shot. I didn't actually see the free artillery. But, I mean, we shouldn't have really taken that much anyway. But the artillery's just got lucky that they're blind shooting that. Usually, you won't see artillery's blind shot that. Like, they're obviously experienced and know what they're doing, which is kind of a reason to use XVM, although it's kind of dead now because of the anonymizer. But yeah, XVM's useful for telling you if the artilleries are actually experienced, because if they're not experienced, then they won't bother blind shooting it. They'll usually just wait for action to happen. So straight away, we've won this side of the map. At least we're pushing it, or at least trying to push it. We could get stuck here actually pretty easily. We have tanks that are sitting at the back with the 2 TDs here. But this is a pretty strong force to actually stop them. A Jagdtiger and an ISU-152 could easily stop these from pushing without even shooting. The problem being, and you might be like, well, wait, how? Because the Jagdtiger has a massive gun and the ISU has a massive gun. And you don't want, no one really wants to take hits or lose their hit points in heavy tanks or any tank for that matter. So that's why you'll see a lot of people kind of acting a little bit carefully. When it comes to, you know, TDs and not wanting to push and whatnot. So there's not really a lot we can do at the moment. I'm going to go into the middle just to try and shoot across onto these. But yeah, it's a weird game. It's really unfortunate we lost most of our hit points straight away at the start of the game from blind shots from artillery. Like, we lost 500 due to artillery. Like, feels bad, man. But it does look like we're going to win, or at least we've won this side. Over the other side is going to, well, it's looking a little bit different, but we should be okay. Now the main thing that I don't want to, hello, can I actually shoot you? Can I get revenge? Where is he? The pixel shot. Now obviously when you move forwards with WSD, then it will disable the binocs. Okay, I'm thinking about what to do now. We have one down this side, it's just whether or not these are going to push. If these push, then I could actually go back. To around over here, maybe. Okay. Let's see whether or not I can actually... If he falls back, it looks like they're going to be trying to push this. So if he falls back, then I can actually provide assistance. This is the main reason why I don't really like playing TDs, is because it's quite campy. I just don't like that playstyle in water tanks. Even though that kind of I like sniping and stuff in like FPS games, but in water tanks it just doesn't appeal to me. Now the good thing about this is I should be able to spot for my team. If they come through that bush in front of me to try and spot, then we should... There you go. I could maybe even shoot and not get spotted. He's actually stunned. I might get away with this. Okay, so because he was stunned, means that he didn't spot me, because his view range is a lot less. So now we're just going to sit here and hopefully get some good assistance damage on the Pershing here, or Super Pershing. Now you see that went away because this is a solid object. I don't really know how I spotted him through this fence, but I'm guessing that's not a solid object as you would think compared to that. Now, I don't really... Yeah. Oh, that's actually... I want my team to kill that Super Persian, and then I'm going to kill this guy. Super Persian's dead. Kill this guy. Titanfall Heavy's back over there. Okay. So we kind of turned this game around. It's not great damage. Like, this isn't a good game for me at all. It's actually quite bad. But under the circumstances with what we had and how it played out in the end, then I'm quite happy with it. And that's the main thing. Like, it doesn't matter like what damage you do, or as long as you're happy with your performance at the end of the game, then that's all that matters. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Like, you'll see a lot of people that are always saying, oh yeah, like, you know, you need to get this much DPG or damage per game to be, you know, classified as good. Like, just play however you want to play. Especially if you're just starting out. Don't really like listen to the elitists. Obviously, I kind of categorize myself as one sort of, just because, you know, damage whore. But yeah, let's move on to the Begetto now. And we have Tundra. Okay. So straight away, there's there's one artillery, and it's tier 9. We actually got really unlucky that it wasn't tier 8 artillery that last game. All 3 of them were tier 9 arty. But yeah, we're going up to the hill, just because there's not really anywhere else that you could or should go in this sort of tank. Like, you could try and spot at the start of the game, but then again, like, why would you not just go to the hill? So yeah. Plus, you're fast enough to maybe even get up there. Do they have any EBRs? They have a Lynx. So the Lynx is going to get there before me, obviously. So's the WZ, probably, if he goes there. But we do have an EBR, and we do have an LT432. Tier for tier, my 2 light tanks are much better than these 2. The EBR is a lot better than the Lynx, in my opinion. Just because it has an auto reloader, so it can dish out damage very, very fast. Hopefully my team can actually shoot these. T55A, I'm a bit worried about if he comes up here. Begetto is here as well. I'm going to try and track him. We didn't track him. We lost a little bit of health, but I'm more than happy to lose a bit of health. And be secured up here. Now, the reason why I'm not pushing up yet is because I got spotted. And obviously artillery is in play, and I really don't want to just be an open target for artillery sitting at the top of the hill. Wow, okay, that's a very aggressive play. Very, very aggressive play, actually. Now, again, backing off because I really don't want to get shot by artillery. Especially with only 240 hit points. Now, we've lost a lot of HP right at the start of the game. And, yeah, it's not great. But, at the same time, like, we did just get rid of Barask. He was occupied with me when, you know, he could be doing something else. I'll happily trade some hit points. Like, we lost 600, which is a lot. But at the same time, like, we did just get rid of a full health Barask. So, yeah. I'm actually okay with that. Type 61 is over there. All of those heavies are over there, which is fine. We might be able to shoot this. WZ. The artillery is running away. Wow, an artillery that actually has a keyboard. That's impressive. A rare sighting. Now this guy will get... Oh, I'll be able to get some shots on him from here, I think. We should be able to spot him from here if he tries to push the hill. There he is. Now the reason why I'm not shooting is because obviously I don't want to get spotted. What I can do now though is fall down this hill. Okay. I'm just going to help this guy out. Hopefully I can track him. There we go. Got him tracked. And there he is. Dead. Okay. So me and the SU-130PM, we managed to do that pretty nicely. I'm going to stay in artillery safe cover, which is this rock. There's no way he can shoot me from here unless he's all the way over there. As you can see on the minimap right there. But overall at the start of this game, it looked a bit dodgy, but as long as you try and stay alive, then the majority of the time you'll do damage, and then you will do okay in the game. Especially at the end of the game, if you're still alive, you can mop up a lot of damage later on. So yeah, don't worry too much, and like don't panic, because if you lose all your hit points and you panic and you just give up, then there's just no point. I'm gonna get no more damage this game, just simply because my team's already behind them. So I'm just going to cap, because, yeah. I mean, I could have gone over here with him, but I don't really care that much. But yeah, hopefully this is actually kind of helped to understand how I think about stuff in games. As I said, like, it's going to be completely live. It's going to be just live gameplay. If the games are rubbish, which, you know, the last two kind of have been, then yeah, then they're going to be bad, but at least it's kind of, you know, a learning experience for me, because then I can look back on these games and understand, like, you know, what did I do wrong, what did I do right. You know, it then helps me out, because if you don't make mistakes ever, then you're just not human. We're actually just going to cap out. I usually wouldn't do this, but I'm just going to cap. If they're taking that long to kill these two tanks, then yeah. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like and comment down below what different tanks you might want to see. But yeah, that's basically this. There's going to be no more like credit total or whatever. It's just going to be literally, this is just how I play. Hopefully you can actually gain something from this. As you can see, we earned nearly 100k credits there. Just out of interest, let's just see what we got on this, because I don't remember. Only 44,000. Like, there you go. See, like, we got that much, but we did come, you know, middle of the scoreboard at the end of the game, and I'm pretty happy with that, considering that we would have been right at the bottom. Like, we'd have been round about here if we didn't get that spotting damage. So we did actually help our team out quite a bit. But yeah, we lost the game on the E75 TS. Obviously, we did come third on damage, which is pretty good for a tier 9 game as well. That's pretty decent. Top on XP. But yeah, earned 50k there. So yeah, that's basically it. If you do want to see more of these videos, then make sure you tell me, because I'll happily do them. It's a nice little change for me because the map guide videos, they take a long time to make, whereas this is kind of a bit more personal, and it's a lot quicker to actually kind of produce these videos. So yeah, I can even do this with standard tanks as well. It doesn't just have to be premium tanks. So maybe I won't call it the credit grind. I don't know. You have to let me know. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, then you know what to do. I'll see you in a bit.